Hey guys, Jeeps here. So, after the last video on Mount&Blade, I received a couple requests saying, hey, you should actually go into some of what you were talking about when you said tactics, because if you watched the last video, the battle actually showed we just zerged them. We outnumbered them like 3-1, and it was, there was really no point in, you know, telling my archers to go up on a mountain and shoot down, and trying to flank, or, you know, send my infantry in, then charging them. There wasn't a point. We outnumbered, my cavalry alone outnumbered their army like 2-1. Or, I don't know, it was a lot. Also, I may have at the time blanked out on what the hotkey was to bring up the menu for controlling your different unit groups, but shh, don't tell anyone that part. That's just between you and me, Internet. Just between you and me. So, anyways, I loaded back into the game, and I went and hunted down some guy, which coincidentally did happen to be someone who's... It's a bit more of an even fight. I still think we outnumber them a little bit, but it should be a bit more even, at least numbers-wise, of a battle. So, let's see how we can do actually controlling this fight properly. You know, commanding our different unit groups, which for me, I think I have them set up to infantry, archers, heavy cavalry, and light cavalry, I think is the setup I'm running. You can pretty much select as many, or create as many unit groups as you want. You start out with just cavalry, infantry, and archers. I divided my cavalry just because, well, I don't actually think I have anything that really counts as light cavalry. It's a good place to put your horse archers and things like that. So, let's begin. So we found this guy, Count Montwar, whatever. We don't care in this case. This is really just to show you the fight. So, blah, 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 surrender or die. Let's do this. So, of course we charge the enemy. Alright, we're in the battle. Hit delete, or backspace, sorry, and that brings up this menu. So I'm going to tell all of my guys to hold position. Now you can see, there's my different unit groups, and we got the map here. The red's obviously the enemy. So, going up this hill here, select my archers. Let's get them right here. Tell them to hold this position. Get them on fire at will. I'm then going to get my infantry to go ahead and start charging them. So if you see over here, I've got this flag for my archers. My archers are making their way up this hill. My infantry, which there's not a lot of them, are going to start running. Now, let's get, I can shift and click and get all your, you can shift, click the boxes, blah, blah, blah. You can get all different groups selected. Let's get all my cavalry to follow me. So my archers have started shooting, because I set them on fire at will. Let's get my cavalry following me while my meager amount of infantry begins the charge. So all the green on my map and the purple, which I think are the few light cavalry I have, are now also following me. I can use this opportunity to get in this nice position over here, right around the flank, and charge. I'll just set my cavalry just to run straight into them. Now we can clear off backspace and get to reaving. And look at that. Cavalry line just crashes into their flank. Look at that blue text. I have lost a hired blade so far, and oh god, it's not going well for them. New enemies have arrived, because we already killed most of their forces. So I'm actually going to go ahead, and let's get my heavy cavalry, sorry. It's late, or it's not late, but it's been a long day. My words might be a little muddled. Get them to follow me again, get them out of the combat, and so they can charge all over again. Because really, that's when cavalry are at their strongest. Let's go ahead and move the archers up and go to archers. I can hit advance, and they'll just move their flag forward. I can just, without even having to go back to them. It might not be as tactical this way, because I can't, if I'm unlucky, this will mean they just ran into you know, behind a hill or something like that. And I just ran into some new enemies that spawned. Downside of what I've been doing, as you've seen, is I've just been kind of running around in a circle commanding my guys, but to some degree, I mean, you're pretty badass, and especially if you leave it on the default settings, you actually are taking half damage compared to NPCs. Which, I'll admit, I do have it on that. I have it set to normal for NPC, you know, my troops taking damage, but I'm only taking, I think, half. It might be 3/4. It just makes you feel more heroic. It is, yeah, it makes the game easier, but it is fun. So really, though, you still, to some degree, you charging it on your own, especially when you have a decent army, when you can just run around and command your guys, you might as well. So, look at that. There, we won. I barely had to do anything. we have 1 wounded and 1 dead. They have 8 wounded and 72 dead. We beat 80 guys with a total of 51. Our total army was bigger, but 51 of our guys just beat 80 of theirs. Yes, I did have a bit more of a powerful army, but they mostly ran in as a big group, whereas we flanked them with heavy cavalry and had archers sitting on a hill shooting arrows down on them. So, tactics can make a big difference, guys. This stands true for any game. Mount&Blade, well, they bled a lot. Mount&Blade, not least of all. So, hope you enjoyed this quick revisitation of Mount&Blade, just to get a look at the tactics you can use in this game, this unit menu screen, and, oh, actually, really importantly, the little map. So, I've been Jeeps. This has been a quick look back. See you guys next time.